With warmer temperatures finally here, Citybuzz is getting into the swing of things. Welcome to Citybuzz Chicago. I'm Susanna Negevin, your Citybuzz insider, and today we're taking you on a tour of the best this city has to offer. We are loving the breathtaking fashions featured in the Ebony Fashion Fair. The exhibition is taking place at the Chicago History Museum, where works from Oscar de la Renta, Christian Dior, Yves Saint Laurent, and Christian Lacroix are all featured. It's a fashion lover's dream, and you won't want to miss it. Next, make your way over to the Art Institute of Chicago, where Pablo Picasso comes to life. Did you know that Chicago and Pablo Picasso have had a love affair since 1913, when the city and the Art Institute of Chicago became the first in the country to showcase the artist's magnificent works? Today, the Art Institute is celebrating this 100-year relationship by bringing together over 250 of Picasso's finest paintings, prints, drawings, and ceramics, all featured in the exhibition appropriately named Picasso and Chicago. Animal Inside Out is the newest exhibit at the Museum of Science and Industry. From goats to giraffes and octopuses to ostriches, you will see the inner workings of these animals like you've never seen them before. Explore the biology and physiology of these creatures, up close and personal. If you prefer live animals, head over to the Shed Aquarium, where you'll experience some of the world's most adorable faces. Who doesn't love sea otters? Also check out the penguins and dolphins and whales, plus many more amazing sea creatures. Get your golf in this winter. That's right, dust off those clubs and head over to Diversey Driving Range, where you can practice your swing in the comfort of heated stalls.
Look at me, princess. Good picture.
To really see Chicago, you gotta go out on a ledge. The skydeck at the Willis Tower is at the top of Chicago's tallest building.
Skydeck Chicago is a one-stop Chicago experience. This is something you're going to take with you the rest of your life. The fact that you came to North America's tallest building and looked out into 4 states and of course experienced the ledge. Glass floors holding you 1,353 feet over the city. You're going to walk out of here with a pretty good experience.
After the skydeck, it's time to reach for the stars at Chicago's Adler Planetarium. Check out Welcome to the Universe, travel 1 billion years, and explore 1 million galaxies in the most immersive space experience. Continue your cultural wanderings at the Chicago Cultural Center, your one-stop shop for all things cultural in Chicago. Take in the abundance of paintings or take a look at the variety of books created by Chicago publishers at the Chicago Publishers Gallery. Relish the world's largest Tiffany Dome and drop in for one of their free performances.
Cultural Center is a place where you can find different exhibits that change. In fact, in some cases, it's a rotating series of exhibits. You can go there at different times. You'll find something different and interesting every time.
Smile for the cameras. The Museum of Contemporary Photography is the only museum in the Midwest with an exclusive commitment to the medium of photography.
The museum has a wonderful collection of over 12,000 photographs from the 1930s to today. The museum embraces a wide range of contemporary practices, looking at different types of aesthetics, different technologies with photography, all the different forms that photography takes in contemporary society today.
If you want to laugh in the Windy City, you gotta head to Second City.
I think what makes Second City most unique is that you are a part of the performance as an audience member.
Your name's on the reservation. I Googled you.
There's something magical about that precise moment when they take a thought that is very generic and turn it into this hysterical scene. The shows that you see in our main stages are sketch comedies, so they're all written and rehearsed. The show on Monday night, that is the Improv All-Stars, is completely improvised from top to bottom. It's really a lot of fun. It just opened and people love it.
I'm Brian Campbell. I work in a donut shop in the Ukrainian village.
Everyone knows that this is kind of a very special place where stars are made and stars are found and stars are born. Martin Short, Andrea Martin, Fred Willard, Eugene Levy. Then most recently, who we're really proud of is Tina Fey, Stephen Colbert, Steve Carell, Jason Sudeikis. So we have kind of every few years there's a nice group that comes out of here.
Have a great night. Thanks for coming.
You look surprised. Your words don't burn me anymore. Been meaning to tell ya, but I guess it's clear to see. Don't be mad, it's just a brand new kind of me. Can't be bad, I found a brand new kind of free.
Now that you've had your culture fix, time for some shopping.
Lulu's on the Avenue is a new store that just opened on North Michigan Avenue. Let's go see what all the buzz is about. So, Lori, tell me what's different about this store.
Well, what we've introduced into this store is a line of jewelry that is traditionally known as repurposed, where beautiful vintage pieces are incorporated in a new modern technique.
The Lulu's signature necklaces have vintage components that you've sourced, put on new materials and fused together, and they're designed by you.
Almost all of the elements are vintage, from antique finial, 1930s coasters, a lot of Art Deco is incorporated.
Give me a sense of the scope of what you carry here. It's from the 20s to...
We carry jewelry from the 20s, actually right through to the 80s. As you know, we are noted for the big statement jewelry.
Oh, look at these earrings, I love them. While I continue to shop, here are some other shopping picks.
For one-of-a-kind vintage finds, head over to Luxury Garage Sale.
The highlight of the store is our highly curated collection of vintage costume jewelry. We've been collecting it for 2.5 years, and it's you'll find a lot of great pieces dated back from the 60s all the way to the 90s. Our customer base really ranges from anywhere from age 20 to 80. We see customers all over the board. We have a whole host of sizes and a whole host of styles to suit every lifestyle.
If you love your music with a retro spin, break out that turntable and head over to Dave's Records. At least 40,000 titles to choose from on any given day.
Well, Dave's Records is all about vinyl. We've always been all vinyl all the time. Like it says on the door, no CDs, never had them, never will. At the time I put that up, it was mostly there was a CD store next door, and I hated answering the question all the time. You know, you don't have any CDs, and I tried to make it clear, but people seem to like that sign. So that's what Dave's is all about. All vinyl all the time, new and used, buy and sell. Well, I mean, the unique thing is it is one of the few vinyl-only stores. There's plenty of record stores around that have CDs and vinyl, but we are vinyl and focus on vinyl, have always focused on vinyl, and always will focus on vinyl.
And for your kids' mental health, there's the Building Blocks Toy Store.
Tourists should come visit the store because we have 2 great locations, one in Lakeview and one in Wicker Park, which are both really fun neighborhoods. The store is 16 years old. It's a lot of imagination-based play, it's a lot of make-believe, it's a lot of personalized shopping. We also do complimentary gift wrapping. Our store is different because kids are welcome to play in here, parents can browse. We have a ton of toys. We pretty much have everything you could want. Older kids like to play in here too. We have stuff that I personally would like to play with too. Yeah. And it's just a great experience where kids can come visit, and if there's not a toy store like ours in our area, they can check ours out.
And cigar lovers, for a place that's always smoking, check out Yvonne Rees.
Yvonne Rees was started 5 generations ago by my great-grandfather's uncle in 1857. What's unique about Yvonne Rees is our vast selection of both pipes and cigars and tobaccos. 3 Star Blue is possibly the best-selling private label tobacco in the country, and it's been our flagship brand for over 60 years. Something else unique about Yvonne Rees is that we have a large smoking lounge That is a private members-only lodge, but we do offer a daily fee for out-of-towners. So you're welcome to come in with a bottle, sit down, enjoy a cigar, and get on your computer if you'd like and spend the day. Most of our regulars that come in, we kind of treat them like family. It's kind of like a Cheers atmosphere in here. We know most of our customers, and we try to have a good time with them all.
Classic styles from casual to dressy, Hubba Hubba has it all.
Hubba Hubba has been in business since 1988. We started off as a vintage store and slowly transitioned from vintage clothes to new clothes that had that retro feel. As a woman, I always felt it was fun to dress unique and different, and vintage allowed that because it was a one-of-a-kind piece. We are urban and raw, and lots of clothes, lots of accessories. So it's very approachable. You can walk around the store and grab the t-shirts, grab the jeans, find the party dress. You don't have to go through a sea of racks. It's cherry-picked for the best items that are on the rack.
Hi, I'm Mike, and welcome to Heritage Bikes. What makes Heritage Bikes unique is the fact that we actually make our own frames, and we put them together in the shop. And as you can see, we have a whole cafe where people can hang out, sit down, get some coffee or food, and watch their bikes being assembled. So Heritage is located right in the middle of Lakeview, which is an outstanding neighborhood. There's lots to do around here. Well, tourists can come in here and grab a bike map or rent a bike. We're right off a bike path, and we're about a mile from the lakefront path. So a tourist definitely has their options to go around the city wherever they want from here.
Welcome to Embo. So Embo is actually an eco-friendly boutique, and what that means is that all of the new clothing that we carry is produced from sustainable materials, environmentally safe dyes, and for the most part it's produced in the USA. What's interesting about this piece is not only that it's cute and I love the way it looks, it's a wrap, it's called the Shiloh wrap, but it's actually produced from a material that comes from corn. It's called a Sonora corn jersey. And if the viewer could actually feel this, they would be very impressed because it's one of the softest fabrics that I've ever felt in my life.
One of the most popular items at Embo currently is a scarf or a wrap of sorts. And what's very unique about it is that each one is actually a repurposed sweater and a repurposed t-shirt.
I also intermix vintage accessories. So new clothing with vintage accessories and repurposed items.
Hi, I'm Lissa. I am the owner and buyer here at the women's clothing boutique Lissa. At Lissa, we focus on both domestic and international collections, primarily from emerging designers or under-the-radar collections that are very hard to find. So bringing something new and different to Chicago that you can't find in many stores. What makes Lissa unique is really the merchandise itself. We work very hard at discovering new collections that people haven't been introduced to. In addition to women's clothing, you can also find other accessories at Lissa, including jewelry, handbags, belts, and scarves.
After all that shopping, you're probably hungry, so come with me as we check out the best of Chicago's restaurant scene.
Our Citybuzz travel picks this month. Busy travelers in constant motion never leave home without Arnica Gel. It's a homeopathic topical medicine that literally makes bruises and bumps disappear, whether it's a tough workout or sitting in an airplane seat. A picture is worth 1,000 words thanks to Waterpik Complete Care System. The sonic toothbrush and water flosser work together to create healthy, beautiful, and pearly white teeth.
When former Illinois State Treasurer Alexi Janulius left office, he became a private wealth manager, and now he's added restaurateur to his job title. I'm here at Canella Breakfast Club to get a personal tour. I'm here with Alexi Janulius, the co-owner of Canella. So Alexi, what inspired you to get into the restaurant business?
Well, I've always loved breakfast. I love the thought of having a big breakfast with friends and family
and I was told that you do things you love, so I thought we should open up a Greek-themed breakfast spot.
And canela is a Greek word. What does it mean?
Canela is the Greek word for cinnamon. A lot of our foods are pastries, and we've got sweets and French toast.
How does the Greek cuisine or the Greek flavors, how do those influence the menu items?
Well, they're pretty prevalent in all our items. We've got loukoumades, we've got monkey bread, and our most popular dish is an omelet with something called tirokafteri, which is a spicy feta.
Oh my God, it's so good. One of the things you said to me is that it's like a cafenillo. So tell us about that concept and what a cafenillo is to Greek people.
The concept and the ability just to go sit with a friend and have a cup of coffee and maybe, share a sweet or share a pastry is something that we don't have a lot of here in the U.S. But there's something to be said for meeting a friend, sitting for a little while, and just having a nice cup of coffee.
Alexi and I are going to dive into our loukoumades. While we do that, check out some other amazing restaurants Chicago has to offer.
What if a pig gets drunk off of red wine? It'll turn purple.
Meat lovers rejoice and pig out at Chicago's The Purple Pig.
The vibe at The Purple Pig, it's, for me, it's fun, it's non-pretentious. People come in, they want to try all different things with the pig, but it's a wide range of things to choose from. There's something here for everybody. If you're a vegetarian, you got some of the largest vegetable options you can find in the city. If you want to have just cheese and wine, you're good there too. If you want to indulge in more of the crazy pig parts, then you can go that way too. So it's really approachable, and like I said, there's something here for everybody.
I opened Hot Dogs in January of 2001 because a friend of mine had a bad hot dog one day.
Not your average wiener shop, Hot Dogs is a hot dog lover's delight and sausage superstore.
The single item we sell the most of is the classic Chicago-style hot dog, which is why this started. After that, we sell a lot of different types of sausage, ranging from classic Chicago-style hot dogs to more unusual fare on our specials boards. We do game sausages, beef, pork, chicken, lamb. We serve foie gras sausage. We serve all different types of sausage every day. But our focus and our most popular item is still the Chicago-style hot dog. We specialize in encased meats.
Eat, drink, and be merry with a little touch of Romanian flair at Little Bucharest Bistro, newly reopened in Chicago's Old Irving Park area.
In the menu we have lots of vegetarian food, we have seafood, and we redone our food so it's good for 15 years old person and it's good for 90 years old grandma.
Indulge your sweet tooth at Margie's Candy and harken back to a bygone golden era while you treat yourself to one of their famous desserts.
Welcome to Margie's, Chicago's finest ice cream and candy parlor. The Margie's is a Chicago staple. I think it's good for tourists to check out because it's amazing sundaes, sweets, and a little gift to bring home. We have 50 different types of sundaes, cookies, homemade candies, chocolate chip cookies, meringues, a little bit of everything sweet. Some of our most popular treats include the Fudge Atomic Sundae, Eiffel Tower, and Choco Loco. We've been open since 1921 and we've seen a lot. We've seen Sox players, Al Capone came here, the Beatles, basically a lot of people. It's been a good ride.
Here's a truly green find. The Buzz caught up with owner Karen Calabrese to talk about the sexy vegan cuisine at Karen's on Green.
We are a vegan restaurant, meaning no meat, fish, chicken, or dairy. And when people hear that, they assume, boring, bland, no taste. I've been a vegan for 43 years, and there's no way I could exist on boring, bland food. So I have created, along with some wonderful cooks and chefs, and I kind of pride myself on going for that carnivore, the people who would normally eat this way, and they all leave happy and satisfied. The all-time favorite are the crab cakes, our portobello mushroom. One of my all-time favorites is the pulled pork with the cornbread stuffing, but really, I promise you, everything here is beyond delicious.
Going vegan is fun and healthy, but if your diet includes a heavy dose of sport, then Harry Carey's Tavern fits the bill.
Harry Carey's restaurants were founded 25 years ago by the late Cubs Hall of Fame baseball announcer Harry Carey. We decided that we wanted to open something unique, Harry Carey's Tavern on Navy Pier. We also decided to embrace Chicago sports through a museum. There is no other Chicago sports museum, and we got the greatest moments from Chicago sports history over the last 100 years. Our menu at Harry Carey's Navy Pier embraces food that we thought the people on Navy Pier would like, American Chicago classics. We have great pizzas and salads and burgers. We have a famous meatloaf that was from legendary newsman Bill Curtis's ranch. Really great comfort food, along with great atmosphere and a great view of Lake Michigan.
And the fiesta is just beginning at Tavernita, one of Chicago's newest restaurants serving south of the border fare.
When I would go and eat at the tapas bars in Spain, I always thought Chicago needed this type of restaurant. It needed this energy, and for a long time, I really wanted to bring a piece of that with me back to Chicago. The dishes at Tavernita, they're going to be a classic Spanish, dishes with some of my interpretation, and then there's going to be like a Latin influence kind of, drizzled over the top of the menu. So I think it's really going to be exciting for the guests when they come in to be able to experience, kind of Spanish food done our way. We have Tavernita's main dining room, and then we have the Pincho bar called Barcito, and then there's also the late night lounge in the back that's going to have craft cocktails and a late night vibe to it.
Dragon Ranch adds a new twist to classic barbecue.
So those are the best Chicago food finds. For more Citybuzz pics, follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Why should we worry? No one will care, girl. Look at the stars, so far away. We've got tonight. Who needs tomorrow? We've got tonight, baby. Why don't you stay?
When nighttime falls, nightlife picks up from relaxed sports bars to eccentric, vivacious clubs. Chicago is guaranteed to keep you on your toes and off your rocker. And for the country rocker in you, don't miss Bub City, where Nashville meets Chicago.
Well, Bub City is by far our most casual place amongst all of our restaurants in Chicago. It's really just a fun spot. It's casual. You come in, have a beer, have some whiskey, listen to some live music, have some barbecue. And the cool thing about Bub City is that we are getting a ton of talent in from Nashville and Austin, the people who play on the stage that are what we call rising stars. And that's what's cool. You get to see really undiscovered talent in Chicago. People are coming through here that you might only be able to see in Nashville. So Bub City, it has a great late night. It's open late every night of the week. On Tuesday nights, we do some really fun, we do live band country karaoke, and we've had some unbelievable singers from the city of Chicago come in. And there's a lot of bars and nightclubs in River North, but no places that are really as fun and as lively from lunch to dinner and to late night as Bub City.
I think one of the best comments that we got was from a New York magazine, and they said, it's about time somebody brought New York to Chicago. And I told them, no, it's about time somebody brought Chicago back to Chicago.
When it comes to our favorite night spots, atmosphere is key, so it's no surprise we were smitten when we walked into Untitled.
We wanted to create kind of an old-fashioned supper club. I think we accomplished that with all the decor and that old look. And so everything you try here is got something to do with the Prohibition era, right? But they put kind of a modern twist on it. We have a series of specialty cocktails that reflect the old days, the old mixology. People love the place, they love the food, they love the atmosphere. Live music with burlesque dancers. It's different, nobody else is doing it in Chicago.
C'est chic is how the French might describe Randolph Street's new kid on the block, Nell Cote. A stylish European vibe with ambiance to spare. Rising chef Jared Van Camp's latest hotspot serves up French-American cuisine. Their wood-fired pizzas get raves, and be sure to sample the kitchen cocktails shaken by the chef.
We do a focus on a Mediterranean food, focusing on Italy, Spain, France. One of our big draws is our flour mill. We mill flour. We get wheat locally from a few different farmers here, and we use all that flour to make our pizzas.
How about a night out? Tickets to a show called Supernatural. It's a one-man show blending paranormal stories with improv comedy, magic shows, and more.
Supernatural Chicago is a show that uses as its basis true Chicago stories of the paranormal, documented stories of the paranormal, and then dimensionalizes them for the audience through interactive demonstrations of the psychic and the magical.
It was really good. I didn't know what to expect coming in, but Neil did a great job. It was a nice blend of historical content, comedy, some nice magic. It was great.
Listen to some great DJs and chill out at Stone Lotus.
Hi, welcome to Stone Lotus. My name is Jason. Here we have Ashley, Jessica, Nicole, and Sabrina. We are in River North in the city of Chicago. It's a little more cozy and everyone. It's intimate if you want to bring that special someone out. And we just have a great feeling. It's a nice place to come, sit down, relax, hang out with your friends. We got some of the best DJs in the city. We got some of the best DJs from Europe, all over the place. But yeah, no, it's just a great place to come hang out and, enjoy time with your friends.
You can get your game on every night at the Emporium Arcade Bar.
My name's Doug Marks. I'm one of the owners of Emporium Arcade Bar, and opened the bar because honestly there was a huge void in Chicago. Chicago is kind of the home of video games, actually. This is where they're all made. We kind of filled that void by opening it up. We have 37 golden age vintage arcade games from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Have really good beer. We have 24 beers on tap, almost all craft beer. Have about 50 or 60 different whiskeys you can drink. And the top 3 most popular games are probably the pinball games, the NBA Jam, Miss Pac-Man. Really the concept of our bar is a place where you can have a good time, drink some beer, and relive your youth.
Hi, I'm Richard Ridge, your Broadway World Theater Insider for Citybuzz, and here are my must-see theater picks. The show that shook up Broadway has sprung up in Chicago's Apollo Theater. Million Dollar Quartet cashes in on classic hits and a true story which has become a rock legend. It follows a 1956 jam session at Sun Records in Memphis with music icons Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Carl Perkins. Check out MillionDollarQuartetLive.com for more information.
The wildly popular Blue Man Group at the Briar Street Theater has just been given an infusion of new material, now with more wow. The show combines signature moments with new segments to provide an explosive evening of entertainment. Chicago Parent says the coolest blue guys in Chicago just got cooler, and Chicago now hails bigger, better, bluer. Just blocks away from Wrigley Field, audiences of all ages agree that if you haven't seen Blue Man Group, you haven't seen Chicago. For tickets, call 1-800-BLUEMAN or visit blueman.com/Chicago.
Remember, there's nothing like live theater. I'm Broadway World's Richard Ridge for Citybuzz.
That's the Citybuzz. For more insiders tips and city hotspots, go to citybuzz.com or follow us on Facebook and Twitter.